Hey, what's going on, guys? So we're just gonna throw this one together in one cut, see how we do. First thing we're gonna do is look over the ball chasing stats and tree dreams. We do have the replay group. I linked it in your replay review. So we're gonna go look at the boost, and I already checked this out. And I know Papa Huff was low on the pad pickups, but M-Tip and Tree Dreams really good. Like that you guys are both over 55. This is the goal we've been working towards, so that's good. Papa Hoff, still some work to do there, man. So start looking for more pads. Time with zero boost. You guys are all relatively low in the 20-second range. Tree Dream with, whoops, wrong one. Okay, so you guys are all. That's actually really good from M-Tip. Only 11 seconds, zero boost. So Papa Hoff, same thing. If you just got a little more pads, you'd probably have less times where you're zero boost. So we'll try to look at that when we're playing and see when you could have picked up a few more pads. So I am going to check just to see if maybe you guys have increased your power slide counts. And oh my gosh. So M-Tip, you need to really work on the power sliding on the recoveries and stuff and doing quick turns. Try to keep your speed up and try to use your power slide to keep your speed up without wasting boost. Uh, Tree Dreams, that's pretty good. Definitely room for improvement though. Same with Papa Hoff. You guys are clearly outpacing your peers though on the power sliding. So that's good. Just looking at the counts real quick. Check out your positioning heat maps. Same thing I always do. Incomplete, unfortunately. But don't like that Papa Hoff spent so much time in the back of the net here on defense. Kind of alarming that you spent such a large amount of time back. So maybe we'll have to look and see when you can work yourself into rotation. This is also probably why you're hurting on boost a little bit too. You're probably ending up in like the last man low boost position quite a bit. Yeah, so you should all have pretty much the same kind of breakdown for the time you spend on your half of the field. It should be pretty even. You shouldn't have one dedicated like back person. Um, yeah, so you could just see you're more distance from your teammates than they were from each other generally. Papa Hoff, so try to identify times where you could have played things a little closer, played up, or made an offensive play. Gonna try to talk a lot about speed in this replay review, and that's what we're gonna kind of focus on is seeing how you guys could have just done everything you did but do it better. Whoa, that is a whack steering sensitivity from you guys. I guess if you guys are comfortable with that, all right. But so like 1.2 is the like the average that like almost everyone uses in the higher ranks. So I don't know if you're comfortable with it, then no big deal. Papa Hoff, you're playing with my old camera view, so if you can move in, I think it might help. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Leth and like Cuxer both play at like 370, so that's high level pro players playing with high cam settings. But just something to think about if you can start working your cam in. I did it personally, and I got myself all the way to 270, and I had 1,300 hours with max cam settings, pretty much what you have here, except my height was higher, or whatever the max is for height I had. I think it's 200. All right, well, let's get into the in-game replay review. So hopefully we're still doing all the stuff we talked about, like communicating kickoffs, making sure to let our teammates know where we're going and have kind of a set plan. Right off, seems like no, because you're kind of double cheat going here. So be a little wary of that. I'm also going to link you guys a kickoff tutorial that King Ranny just put out, and he shows how to do all of his kickoffs along with a training pack that'll allow you to practice those kickoffs. And they aren't super mechanically intensive kickoffs either. So good first goal. Good that you guys scored with the cheat. So you guys get the possession here. Try to keep this in your possession, Tree Dreams. Try to keep under control. You end up having to give it away. You probably didn't switch off ball cam here. But after you've, essentially you're done playing, as soon as right there, take off ball cam and look for the bump. Try to take him out. If you can take React out here, you open up the net. So remember to look for those bumps, and you'd be given M-tip open net here. You also could have bumped Swish a House, and even if they demo you, that's actually not even bad because you'll just end up back on your side, and you'll be able to get full boost and Papa will know that he can go. So right here, Papa, this is a situation where your spacing is too far. You can see Tree Dreams is aimed this way. He's probably going to rotate out, probably get in this boost lane, I hope, and come back here. You should definitely be more sidelined right here, because with the ball how it is in the corner, there's a small chance M-tip's going to win this, and a small chance React's going to win it, but the ball's likely going to end up over net in here, or it's going to end up on the wall over here. So you want to be playing up closer, so that way you can actually shoot this shot, but also still cover this. So really you should be positioned more in this area. You could be kind of like sitting here facing this way, and then if M-tip wins it, you go this way, and if he loses, you go this way. Yeah, because what's going to happen right here is instead of stealing the ball from React right there after the 50, React's getting to do the 50 and keep possession. He ends up getting a wonky touch anyways. And also, Papa Hoff, you are last man in this position because Tree Dreams turned infield. So be mindful of that, but Tree Dreams should not be turning infield for this. Tree Dreams, you should be grabbing these pads and then setting up a cross. Yeah, so right here is really bad Tree Dreams. Pretty much anytime you cross half field, it's usually a bad thing. You're usually cutting rotation. Hopefully you guys don't get scored on. Nice. I don't think you guys played too many ones. But in this situation here, if you can avoid flipping, you really want to, because it'll make your recovery time much quicker. You end up not hitting the ball at all anyways. Yeah, so just make sure you're lined up and hit the ball. You're probably in a panic situation here. There's nothing really to panic here. You just need to get into shadow defense and just walk it into net. You got a long way, and your teammates are really far off, so you don't want to do anything that's going to overcommit you. If you flip this way, you're going to land like all the way over here, and if the ball just, let's say, just gets killed right here, they're going to be able to shoot it straight at net, and you're not going to be able to do anything. So you want to treat this like ones when you're last man. So this is do or die. You don't want the ball to get past you. Luckily, they kind of cut each other off and don't shoot that, but they definitely had an open net right here that they didn't shoot. Good back wall move. Papa Hoff, no need to aerial on this. You could do the same speed you did. Just don't aerial this. And it looks like you want to boom it instead of control it, which is fine. But we're wanting to contact it right after it bounces. So you're wanting to let the ball bounce here. Oops, hang on. Yeah, so instead of hitting it as it's hitting the ground, which is going to just kind of force a weak dribble touch, look for that big boomer. Let it bounce once, and then contact the ball right on the underside, right in here, and you could really just send it. And actually in this situation, if you had taken a little bit of time to change your approach, you could actually shoot this at the net from here, because right now it is an open net if you boomed it on. Good job staying with it. So, what you're kind of setting up right here is kind of what I call like a level 1 dribble. This is kind of like the start when you're not really comfortable carrying and flicking the ball. You should play this a little longer and just drive next to it. And all you're going to do is stay next to the ball, and then once your car is about here and you're up in this area, you cut into it, and it'll pop the ball towards net. Johnny Boy has a whole video on, like, essentially dribbling, but not just carrying the ball. Good touch there, Papa. Tree Dreams, you should be center for this. Nice. See, right there, you're in a lot better position, Tree Dreams. You'll potentially be able to cover the sideline here, and you were there for the shot if Papa Hoff lost it. M-tip got demoed right there, so M-tip's back. He's last man right now, so you're totally safe to go for this. Don't hesitate if you are going to go for it. Work on that half flip mechanics. Oh. Yeah, one sec. Yeah, so Papa Hoff, you're probably playing a little bit passively. let me see when you could have gone a little earlier here. So the thing I don't like about what you're doing right now is if I'm 1v1 with you and you're sitting like this in net, I know I could shoot here or here, and you pretty much can't cover it. So really start thinking about doing more like back post coverage. In this case, you're not even in a defensive situation, so you really don't need to be there. It's kind of the nice thing about back post too, is it's really easy from here, if you're stopped right here, to go this way and turn it into an offensive situation. Where if you're here, you have no momentum and you have a long way to go to get out. And also your teammates are going to be rotating back post, so they'll be wanting to cut out like that and cut you off, which is going to kind of force you into a back position, and that's what happens with M-tip there. But yeah, so you're just both way too far back here. So Papa, you just need to get more aggressive and get out there. It's another free ball situation. It's good, I like that. So I think we talked about this before, but you know, when you jump off the wall, you don't gain or lose any more horizontal momentum. Looks like you actually did side flip. You just caught it with the bottom. But instead of worrying about hitting the ball with the front of your car, which it looks like is what you're kind of going for, just wait a little longer and just use the shell of your car. You know, drive up a little bit more and then side flip out into it, and you'll be able to send this middle to your team pretty easily. The other option here is you didn't really need to rush this and play it off the wall. You could have just stayed down and then hit it however you wanted from the ground if you're not comfortable on the wall. So good support here, M-Tip. I like your positioning. This is probably a little aggressive, but if Tree Dreams could get this to you, it would be nice. It's pretty nice. So M-Tip, you're there. You're already there. Don't be indecisive. As soon as Tree Dreams puts this ball across, as soon as that touch right there happens, you should be boosting and going. So what you want to try to stop doing is stop waiting for the ball to get to you. So you look at you and the defender, you're both just waiting. And then right now you're not even really going for the shot anymore. You should be taking this path to the ball and trying to hit the ball that way past the defender. So look to go a little sooner on this. I mean, you're already in, so you're not saving a last man back ball at this point anyways, so just go hard, go fast. Good try, Papa. Hopefully you recognize you had an open net here. So right here, this is scoreable. So just try to put those on net hard. Look for that corner touch to really get the power. Good 50 from M-Tip. Yeah, so Papa, again, I shouldn't be finding you way back here in the corner. You definitely should have been in rotation for this ball. Let me just watch it one more time and figure out. So you got demoed. Yeah, so you're really counting on that canister. You already have 33 boost. So if you just took like this path right here, or even if you just grab like one and then stayed back post, you still have like near 50 boost or more, depending on which path you took. And you're good to go. You don't need to grab that canister. And both your teammates are on that side of the field already anyways. Yeah, so it's not actually your fault that you're here, but you should be looking to make a more aggressive play here once you respawn and realize both your teammates are there. So Tree Dreams, you're just waiting for this. You're pretty much waiting for a 50. Maybe you don't have enough boost or you're not comfortable, but you're taking a really wide path to this ball. Let me rewind just a little bit. Okay, so right there you should have enough time to react to the ball. And your pathing at this point should be like that. Or it should be like that if you're going to do a fast aerial. Instead you go pretty wide, you end up with a couple pads, but you just wait. And so this is what we talk about for like getting faster. You know, this whole time you could be up. You could be up right now. You know, maybe you're low boost, but you should have enough to get up for this. But you and React both are just playing slow. You guys are both just waiting. See how long you both are just waiting? And then he's up before you, and once you see him jump before you like that, you might as well not even go up. But this is what we're talking about for playing faster and just getting to the next level of play. So you just want to look for this Yeah, just play it sooner. So you don't want to wait to take a 50 with your opponent. You want to just beat them to the ball. Alright, really good. I like that. Good aggressiveness. M-Tip just dives in on this because he knows he could take it. Gets bumped. Tree Dreams gets a nice shot. So hopefully you are shooting here, Tree Dreams, not trying to pass. Looks like you probably are. Really good shot attempt, and you're also passing the ball effectively. Papa Hoff, you're probably okay where you're at right now. But right here, you should be diving on this. You shouldn't be shadowing on a free ball right now. So you should have just been staying here, maybe trailing this way, and then waiting to see what happened with Hugo. And as soon as he's like this, you should be turning and attacking. Yeah, because you end up pretty much giving them an offensive possession and a scoring opportunity instead of just taking the ball from them and keeping the pressure on offense. Yeah, Tree Dreams, you end up not going back post here. You go back of the net. And this is exactly what I've been kind of telling you guys, is like, you know, this play right here, this ball, for Tree Dreams, the post is in the way. You're either having to wait for the ball to come all the way around the post, or you're having to jump around the post. And this is just a bad situation to be in, and that's why M-Tip cuts you here, because look how nice of a position M-Tip's in. He can pretty much just drive straight at this thing. They don't even have an angle to score, and he can clear it. So that's why he ends up kind of hesitantly cutting you off. But if you were back post Tree Dreams and then M-Tip relieved you back post, you could have been front post making that same play much sooner. Yeah, so Papa Hoff, I just want to kind of recognize on this kind of a upfield play that you can move upfield with your teammates, or at least look to move upfield. M-Tip's in net. He, again, shouldn't be just sitting back net. But definitely when you picked up this, you could have looked to go upfield with Tree Dreams. Yeah, and right now, you guys need to tell Tree Dreams that he's alone here when you're communicating, so that Tree Dreams knows to try to either solo goal here or to just buy time. I think he goes for the solo goal and just doesn't quite get it. So when you're getting these shots and touches, Tree Dreams, your approach is really good. But it's your air roll and your flip that you screw up here. So from the position you took, if you had just rolled your car back a little and made contact with this part of the ball, you could really boom this top corner, and you'd easily score on React. Because React can't, he's supersonic. He pretty much can't cover this half of the net right now. And Hugo's going to be in a similar situation where he's going really fast to cover anything. So you end up dodging this way, so you're dodging like off the ball. You know, you're not putting your power into the ball. So you really want to be dodging into the ball on this. And you actually don't even need to dodge into the ball to get full power as long as you're going through the center of the ball, like the center of mass. Yeah, so you just end up with a really weak shot, which is okay, but we want to start eliminating. Alright, so this right here, someone should just be up on this. Probably M-Tip, since Papa Hoff's not in great position to go up. But one of you should definitely be up for this. I think we talked about doing fast aerials where you load your jumps before you start boosting, and that is the exact situation where you'd want to get really high up, and you'd want to be already holding back on the joystick, jumping up, and then boosting up into it. And you could have beat this guy to the ball with relatively little boost. Probably 36, you could have scored this. So this is actually scoreable. This is pretty much open net right here if you shoot this M-Tip. Yeah, they're like bumping each other in net. Yeah, so you should already be up meeting this ball up here. And looking to hit it right there to send it top corner. So practice these kind of shots if you're not comfortable with them. You can even make your own little training pack real quick if you're on console and just set up this exact shot. You could just watch this replay, set it up exactly like this, put yourself in M-Tip shoes, and try to start hitting this shot. Maybe that'll be something in the future I'll have to do for you guys, is some personalized training packs for some game situations. Okay, so right here you want to see M-Tip go back post. He goes for this. It's actually good, M-Tip. I like that you're just beating the ball here. So I'm going to backpedal a little on my back post hammering. On a ball like this, if you're out in the field here, if you're in this area, all you have to do is beat this guy to the ball, or whatever shooter. All you have to do is beat them to the ball and hit it into the back wall, and it's safe. You know, if you're back post, same thing. You just have to go this way. So if you're in this area, that's how you do front post defense. It's not from being right here and then trying to do whatever. It's from being out in this area and then clearing it that way off the back wall. So you're cutting off the shooting angle and you're just cutting off the pass. So M-Tip, I actually like what you did perfectly. Just, you know, mechanically make the play. So good try. Yeah, so just the mechanical mistake there results in the goal. The play was correct, though, I think. Yeah, so maybe we didn't communicate here on the cheating or not again. M-Tip, that's a really wide path, but I guess it's okay. Yeah, typically you wouldn't pick up that, typically you wouldn't pick up this pad here. Yeah, and make sure you're just flipping into this, and then if you have the time, if you lose the kickoff like Popahoff did, you want to turn back this way, and if you win, then you want to turn upfield. So, Tree Dreams, you're kind of like sort of cheating. If you're going to do the sort of cheat, you should like list kind of like that. That way you're still in front of net. Yeah, that's a bummer. Yeah, kickoffs are a real bummer to get scored on, so it's something, it's a set piece in the game that you can work on your own and you can get good at. So there's no real reason not to try to make that a highlight of your play. You know, it's a lot harder to work on like hitting aerial shots or whatever because there's all sorts of variations of aerial shots. You know, there's like a million different aerial shots you could fall into. But for kickoffs, there's only, you know, what, 4 kickoff positions you could be in, and then mirrored. And I don't think there's even 4 if you're in threes. Or, yeah. So, Tree Dreams. If Popahoff communicated with you right here, you're good to go here. You don't have to sit here and hesitate. As long as Popahoff told you he's back post. Bang. Should be banging that on net. Nice. I like it. Good shot, Tree Dreams. Pretty much on this M-Tip, as soon as that happens, you want to be on this ball. Nice. Yeah, it wasn't terrible, but... So in this situation, you know, the ball's kind of rolling down the wall. You want to be careful you don't chip it into the wall and over yourself, which I believe is what you do. Yeah. So you pretty much have to flip into it there. You have to, or at least do one jump to keep it on the wall. Good job, Popahoff. Okay, Tree Dreams, you're right here. Open net. So let's see if you bang it. Nice, pretty good, pretty good. I like it. Wasn't on net, but you are recognizing the open net and shooting at it. Okay, Popahoff right here, you're too close. So this is, you know, you're overcommitted if you don't win this 50. Which it turns out okay. So just be mindful of that when both teammates are in. You know, you got to think. Right here on this ball, what are the chances that you're going to score this right now with react this close to the ball? You know, you got 2 people already closer to the ball than you. And both teammates in front of you, so you just want to try to not dive in on stuff like this. Should be a goal there. Yep, nice. Good little pass play, a little infield, working it up the field together. Good cheat, Tree Dreams. Hope you're just banging it on net. Yep, perfect. Someone should be here. Let me review real quick, and I'll tell you who. Yeah, Popahoff, you should just turn up field here. I know you're low boost, But you should definitely be comfortable enough with low boost that you can just make a pass. You can also play the ball to their corner and steal that corner boost. So you can play the ball to boost also if you need to. This is definitely a situation where you could have played it a lot quicker and made a lot better play. Oh, you were full boost actually. Yeah, so if you're full boost at this situation, you're going up for something here, but you're putting yourself above the ball. And that's why you end up getting this really level, kind of weak touch. Here, let's watch this one more time. So instead on this, if you don't jump until here, you can make sure you put the ball up high. Because that's what you want to do on offense, is you want this ball to be high. Because you want to make these guys use their boost. You want to make them waste their boost to stop a potential shot threat. Even if you had pinched this, even if you had hit it right here and pinched it up, that'd have been really good versus just kind of banging it around here. Remember, on offense, when we're making passes, you want it to be as awkward as possible for the opponent while as easy as possible for your teammates. Good challenge, M-tip. Follow that. Nice. Careful there on the double commits. Let's watch this one more time. So pop off your cheating here. So you should just go back post pretty much because you're already in trouble. So you should just do this route, go back post, and that way you'll have boost to follow up from whatever M-tip does. Because you guys are both 0 boost essentially now, or low boost at least. And Tree Dreams is kind of alone defending the net. Way to realize you weren't spacing well there, M-tip. So, same thing right here, M-tip. Just look how long you're waiting to go. You're pretty much taking a 50 instead of taking a shot here. We'll go watch this one more time. I went back a little too far. See, because right here, you could already be up. Look how close you are to the ball versus Hugo. And Hugo's going to meet you at the ball in 50 here because you're not going. And he actually ends up winning the 50 with you too, or maybe losing. Goes pretty 50. But yeah, so this is what I'm just talking about with just going sooner, making a play sooner. Maybe it's awkward for you, maybe it'll be a tough shot. But this is kind of why you do the free play, like just go around and hit the ball full speed supersonic. As soon as this is banged to the wall, you should be looking to read it out here. The ball should be in this area, and you contact it over here to send it at net. Yeah, you should already be up. Yeah, so that's just the next stage. You're just getting quicker, being a little more decisive. You want your decisions to be really clear and really instant. Papa, be careful of that. You were really good staying back post, and then you kind of just, like, cruised out for almost no reason. Oops. Don't need to watch that in slow-mo. Yeah, you cruised out, and then you dove in when there wasn't really anything to do here. I might have went back too far again. Yeah, so right here, you're just kind of back post hanging out, and then you go out and get that one pad. But now look where you're at. Now you're moving to front post, and you're just not making that play. Yeah, so good follow-up, but definitely want to just stay back post and make the easier play there. Papa, you could definitely be up on this. I'm not sure why you're going to corner here. Tree Dreams just cleared that corner boost, so there's no boost over there, and there's no real play over there. You should be spacing for the pass, so you should be pushing up here. so that Tree Dreams has an outlet to pass to. Yeah, because you're just kind of like with Tree Dreams here. I'm not really sure what you're doing. You should be shooting this right now. M-Tip, you should be shooting this. Yeah, so definitely, I don't know if you're trying to corner it, but recognize that this is a goal here. So all you'd have to do in this situation is drive straight in like this, and then do a diagonal flip towards net with your corner of your car, and you could boom this all up in there. So start looking for these offensive opportunities. You could be doing that same exact flip, that same exact shot. You just do it the other way, and you'd been shooting it right in here. And these guys are all just jumbled up in here. These guys are together here. I don't know. Yeah, just pretty jumbled. I'm glad to see you're not sitting back like the whole time, Papa Hoff. There's just like a few times when you're back when you shouldn't be. So like right here, this is kind of what we talk about with like the boost lanes and like spacing on your team. Tree Dreams has the ball right now, and you're picking up this corner boost. So there's just no reason to be that far off the play. Yeah, M-Tip's even kind of bailing out right now, but he's turning around. Yeah, so at this point, Papa Hoff, you should definitely be somewhere in this area. I would accept pretty much any position in that oval. But I think you're covering that, yeah. I thought you were gonna grab both corners. And see, now you drove in too far to even really do anything here. So what should be happening is right here, you should be up on this. So you should just be up. So that's just, oh yeah, instead of fighting each other for it. So that's just the next step of playing faster and, you know, start doing things at least in training that you're uncomfortable with. You know, go up for these kind of shots. No reason. There's no one contesting. You're pretty much open net. Both guys are kind of screwed up. So definitely look for those kind of offensive opportunities and shots. I think even right here, True Dreams, I think you could have shot this again. I think maybe you're trying to, just couldn't quite get around it. Good speed, though, Tree Dreams. That's right here. This is pretty decent positioning from you guys. You know, you got Papa Hoff setting up the pass. M-Tip's kind of there to shoot it or deal with it on the sideline, and then Tree Dreams backing you guys up. So Tree Dreams should be playing this. So it's okay to play that Papa Hoff, but you just got to communicate that you're playing it. You just don't want the double commit on the wall there. If you still have boost and you still think you could win to the ball, just make sure to call it. Alright, looks like that's it. Alright guys, so that was pretty good. Real quick, just gonna like go over some of the power sliding stuff again. I think I can actually get my controller overlay on too. Give me one sec. Alright, cool. Yeah, so I think we talked about this, but just remember when you're already supersonic, you don't need to use any extra boost. And as long as you don't do hard turns, you'll maintain your supersonic. And you really want to start using your drift to make quicker turns. M-Tip especially, you're not using a lot of drift. Anytime you're coming off anything like that, or anything like this, you want to be holding drift. That way you're keeping your speed up and your momentum up. It's just going to help you so much play faster and play more fluidly. And you won't end up in situations where like you do something and then you land like this and then you come to a dead stop and go. You want to be able to just drift it out. So you want to be able to just flip it out and keep your momentum in the same direction you're trying to go. Especially like if you get bumped or something, it's huge. You guys are probably, if you have extra time for like training for mechanics, definitely start looking at wave dashing. especially when you're clearing off the back wall. No reason not to wave dash there, just to get back quicker. And it'll help you get a little power slide action. I don't know if you can see my controls clearly, but I'm just holding power slide as I come off the wall. I'm riding my car and then front flipping forward while still holding power slide. Tree Dreams work on those half flips. You're just gonna wanna. My triangle button is a dedicated air roll button, so I'm backflip canceling and then holding my triangle button. You can do it without that, but that's how I do it. So, and that's something, again, you can just work on in free play. You could just spend 5 minutes building this muscle memory, and it's going to help you a lot. And same thing with your half flip. You're going to be holding power slide every time you land, so that way you can keep your momentum in the correct direction. So I'm not always landing cleanly, but I'm keeping power slide held. That way I don't lose my momentum. Yeah, so just try to stretch your guys, stretch your abilities, you know, go up for more stuff. Try to go quicker. Don't be waiting to 50 the opponent. Just look to go as soon as you can. I think I showed you guys the quick turn before, but I'm going to show you real quick again just so it's on video. But essentially, you're just power sliding in a turn, and you should be able to do a 90-degree without losing supersonic. A pretty tight 90, too. So a lot of times when I'm trying to make tight turns, I'll end up just kind of tapping boost or tapping power slide to make that tighter turn and maintain speed. Yeah, I think that's about it, guys. I'll drop the King Randy kickoff tutorial and stuff just in your training chat. Thanks.